Hello everyone, in this video we will check the remaining part of the first chapter, that is Mesopotamian civilization. Now children, the word Mesopotamia is formed from the ancient word Meso and Potamus. So meaning of the Meso means in the middle of, and Potamus means river. So, Mesopotamia means between the rivers, and now you know that Mesopotamian civilization arose near the two rivers Euphrates and Tigris. All right, now let's see the origin. The origin of this civilization was around 3rd millennium before Christ era. And who developed it? It was developed under the Sumerians. And as you know, this civilization is said to be the cradle of civilization. So it's quite obvious that civilization emerged from here only, Mesopotamia. Civilization began here. So, this was the world's first civilization. Which civilization was the world's first civilization? So, you will say Mesopotamian civilization was the world's first civilization. Okay? Now, there were many ancient cities in Mesopotamian civilization, such as Eridu, Kish, Erech, Lagash, and Ur. They have been excavated. Excavated means to dig. These civilizations, now, children, all these remains are under the soil now due to natural disaster or something. Now they are all covered up by soil. So these remains are excavated. You can't see it like that. It is excavated and then all these things will be visible. So these cities have been excavated, and Ur was the biggest city. Now see the physical layout. If you read the paragraph, you will come to know the physical layout. How it was. It was divided. The the biggest city, was divided into three parts. First, the sacred area. Sacred is something, sacred means holy. Sacred area. In the sacred area, ziggurat was there. Ziggurat, I have already told you, it is a rectangular shaped tower, sometimes surmounted by temple. So, ziggurat is there in sacred area, and offices, storehouses were also there. Then there was a walled city on a mound. Mound means raised area, little elevated ground. Okay, there was a walled city and the outer town. So it was divided into three parts: sacred area, walled city on a mound, and outer town. Sacred area, I have told you, there was ziggurat, offices, and storehouses. And walled city and outer town were residential areas. Residential means where people used to live. Their houses, homes were there. Now, mud bricks, houses were made up of mud bricks. Okay, and they were of different sizes, and each and every house consisted central courtyard with rooms around it. Courtyard means a small patio, like we have angan, okay, and there were rooms around it. So this was the physical layout of our city. Now social classes. So social classes in Mesopotamia was very nicely structured, and the topmost was given to king and his family. They were very powerful, and all the religious rituals were done by king only. Then, At the second position, I would say priest, high official, scribes. Scribes means writers. Came next. Okay, so first was king on the social ladder. First position was given to king and his family, and then second position priest, high officials, and scribes. Then third, at the third position, farmers, artisans, and traders. Now, traders means children, the people who are involved in buying or selling business. Artisans are the craftsmen, okay? Karigar. Then, on that social ladder, fourth position was given to slaves. They were at the bottom of the social ladder. Then father was the head of the family. Means they only ruled the family. The important decisions were made by them only. Boys were sent to the school and girls were made to learn cooking, spinning, and other household work. Now you can see the difference. Boys were sent to school, girls were made to learn cooking and spinning and other household work, and fathers were the head of the family. This shows that there was no equality between women and men. People in Mesopotamian civilization worshipped forces of nature, and people of different cities, be it Akkadian, Babylonian, Sumerian, Assyrian, they all had their own gods. Okay, like for example, if you check this picture of Marduk, he is known to be a Babylonian god who created this world after defeating a monster. This god is known as Enki, 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 Enki in Sumer. Okay, so every city had its own god, and a ziggurat was dedicated to the god. As I told you, ziggurat was a building, and on top of that, a temple was there, and in that temple, obviously, the god was situated there. And in every city, different god was prayed. So, in every ziggurat, different gods were situated. Mesopotamians had a strange belief that when the person is dead, the person is not actually dead. The person has now entered into a new life. So, when the person actually died, the people of Mesopotamia buried the things that person used when he or she was living, so that when the person enters in the afterlife, means the life after death, when the person enters into that, that person might need these things. So they also buried the things that person used when he or she was alive, when the person is dead. For example, if there is a boy who likes one particular toy, so person, when that boy dies, that toy will be also buried with that boy only, so that when the boy enters into the next life, the boy can use that toy because that toy was his favorite thing. Okay, so like this only many other items were also buried with that dead body. Please read the chapter, children. It will help you to understand the lesson well. Thank you.